Hello, my beautiful friends, and happy 2018. Just want to check in with you guys and give you some updates. Obviously, if you're interested in purchasing a year ahead reading, I'm offering those on my website below till the end of the month. Okay, so 1/31 will be the last day I'm taking bookings for those. As you've heard me talk about prior, I do want to travel in 2018 to host some events around America. Right now, it's looking amazing for New York City, the Bay, and Orlando. Okay, I need at least a crowd of 15 to 20 people at minimum to host these events. It's looking like I could definitely do that in those cities. So drop comments below if you think that your city could, rustle up that many people, and we'll see what we can do. Also, obviously, as you can see, I don't always get around to general love readings every month, and that's because creating content takes time, and obviously my private clients come first. Now, the readings that you're watching right now will always be free and will always be done every single month, and they will be available to you. However, I want to be able to do these in-person events. I want to be able to offer you guys more free content in a different capacity and more paid services. So in order to do that, I'm considering making the monthly general love readings by pay subscription. It wouldn't be the kind where you rent them through YouTube. It would be something where you'd go to my site and you'd pay $2 or less, between $1.50 and $2. And on the 2nd of every month, it will be dropped in your email inbox as a private YouTube video, kind of like how if you've ever had a private reading with me, how those are delivered. So like I said, this isn't an effort because I don't want to raise my prices. I love the prices that I have. I think that I'm very accessible to my clients, and I want to continue it being that way. So in order to continue expanding and offering you guys more, that is my idea. Please let me know what you think if you'd be interested in something like that. As well as the lovely jewelry that I'm rocking today is from Gray Baby Gallery, who's based in LA. She has an Etsy store. I actually found her when I was shopping for myself this Christmas. And what's amazing is her stuff is so affordable. And every single cent goes to helping to provide medical care and food for the LA homeless pets. So if you're interested, check her out below. And as always, if you need anything from me, if you want to get in touch with me, all that information is below. Love you guys. Alright, Pisces, so you know how I think it was I'm sure it was in other video games, but like a Mario video game when there were levels that were stacked like this, and you had to hop from one to the other. When I was closing my eyes and shuffling, that's what I was getting. And we have 2 sevens here. We have the 7 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. I think you got 7 of Swords last month, Pisces. What is good, y'all? What is good? So, going on to that vision, I think that was I was literally looking at Super Mario. So, it's important that, sorry, my cat is wilding right now. It's important that you really get clear. I feel like you're juggling a lot, and a lot of it's unnecessary. Okay? For some of you, this could just be purely being distracted from the task that you need to pay attention to. Some of this you could be like, all right, you're going out with your friends, or you're going out with your family, and you're just having fun and maybe partying or whatever, prioritizing that over work. So with the 7 of Swords here, there's a direct correlation between how you spend your time, your mental time, your time, oh my god, the cat is bugging. The time you spend fantasizing and the time that you spend in La La Land is directly draining your ability to make clear decisions. Okay? This 7 of Swords right now is feeling like you pulling your own energy. Okay? You're not only are you not seeing things clearly, you're not even feeling them fully. Okay? Behind the 7 of Swords was the Emperor. So if there's some type of authority that you're supposed to be answering to, if there's some type of new job that you're undertaking, this doesn't necessarily feel like a person specifically. It feels like an entity, a physical like whether it be the law or a boss or, you know, just a corporation. Like there's something that is bigger than you that you're being called to answer to. And you have your head in the clouds and you're worried about everything except the task at hand. Like the task at hand is one of these, but then you have your hand in all these other pots. And it's taking away from your ability to make a very clean, clear-cut decision. So, you know, Pisces, yeah, and then we have the Sun. So, yes, it's important that you're happy. And yes, it's important that you get in your playtime, if you will, okay? However, if the things that make you happy, and I'm sorry to air quote that, but if the things that you do for fun, if the things that you do for play are also detrimental to your ability to make clear-cut decisions and end up, isolating you and restricting your ability to reach other people, like there's some type of message here where, like, for some of you, this isn't like actual prison, but this is like proverbial prison. Like you're going to be isolated from the people that you love and care about. For some of you, it's like you're going to be locked away from the light of day. And again, I don't feel like anyone's actually going to jail, but you're not going to be able to continue to breed happiness in this way. You're not going to continue to be able to live in these delusions. And it's almost like you need to wake up. Like I know Pisces lives in the dream realm and that's where you are, but you need to wake up because there's something about the way you identify your happiness and what in how you dabble in that realm, that it's time to get clear on how it's detrimental to you. I'm sorry if that didn't make any sense, but there's this very obvious habit and mentality, this way of distributing your energy that you have that is depleting you and depleting your ability to see things clearly. Okay? And you're going to get caught up. I feel like you're going to get caught up. This Hanged Man is like getting caught up. Like I feel like your plans are going to get snagged. Okay? If you don't see what it is clearly, because there's this authority, there's certain rules that we just have to answer to here on this planet Earth. You know what I mean? As much as we exit the matrix or don't want to heed all these weird lessons and ways that humans function, there's this need to work with the systems, okay? We can't just evade the systems. So you really need to get your head, get your head on straight, Pisces, because there's something that you're not seeing because you're worried. And it's not even like, I think it's, I don't even feel like something is happening behind your back. I feel like it's happening right in front of your eyes and you're just turning a blind eye to it and you're like, well, if I just ignore it long enough, it'll go away. No, it will not. All right, Pisces. So it is very clear now that your spread is laid that your eyes are on the future. And the future is happening now. A dream that you have been wanting to actualize for a really long time is on the table now. And that is why it is so imperative that for once in your life you get your head out of the clouds. Because it can happen now and it will happen now. But if you are worried about anything and everything aside from that, if you fill your plate with all these additional things, it's kind of similar to Aquarius. We do have the Aquarian energy here, though I don't feel this is an Aquarius with the star card here. You can't be all over the place and hone in your energy, okay? You can't have like 1,000, you know what I mean? Your energy scattered 1,000 different ways and expect to be focused. You can't spin around 6 times the blindfold on before you shoot the arrow and expect to hit the target. You know what I mean? So it's time to really focus, because if this is the future and the dream that you've always wanted and it's literally flying forward into the future, then you need to get on this rocket and seize it now. Okay? There is no time to be a space cadet, respectfully. There is no time to live in a different time and space than you're sitting in. Okay, there's a need to like have your head in the game. Whatever game that is, your head needs to be there. Overall energy is the Three of Wands. Sorry, my camera looks like diluted over here and I don't know why. Three of Wands. The future. The future is happening now and unfolding right in front of you. What are you going to do to make it the best that you have, exactly what you've dreamed of? It's happening now. There is no more waiting. There is no more wishing. There is no more nothing. It's happening right now in front of you. Now, are you going to, I almost started rapping Eminem. Oh my God. Seize the moment. Got to breathe it in. Hold it. You guys know. Okay. The Eminem song. Okay. It's happening. So what are you going to do, Pisces? Because the future is manifest from the now moment and focusing our energy on our best life and our best self. So if we're constantly projecting ourselves into other dimensions and other emotions and other feelings and spaces and times, fully projecting, okay, it's one thing to, you know, get the image and pull back. If we're fully projecting ourselves out of the now moment, it's going to be extremely difficult to harness the energy that is currently available to you, okay? What you're being asked to let go of is the Empress with the rune Prosperity and Temperance. Okay. For some of you, I think that you need to leave behind this idea that things are just going to happen for you. Just because. Because with the Temperance here, patience is nice and balance is nice and being moderate. And the Empress is pretty passive as well. So there's this energy of like, well, if I just sit here and floaty-doty, like, it'll all happen for me. Okay, there's a leaning on your merit type of vibe here, as well as for some of you, there's a need to break away from your mom, no matter what your age. Okay, it doesn't matter if you live with her, or it doesn't matter. There's a need to break away from expecting your mother to do certain things for you, take care of you in some capacity. Okay, with the Temperance here. So the Temperance is healing and moderation, as well as there's just this vibe I keep getting, like you can't just sit back and let life happen to you. You can't just sit back and expect that you'll end up in the promised land, that you'll seize this crown if you're just always resting on your laurels. Yes, you are worthy. Yes, you are prosperous. Yes, you have done what it takes to get here, but this is not the end. This is the middle. Okay? You've been given wings, but if you always fly to the dream realm and you never fly to anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? There's a need to be moderate about understanding that being receptive is only half the battle, right? Having highly attuned feminine energy is only half the battle. Learning to receive. The other half is knowing when to go forward and take charge. Okay, we had the Emperor here before. He's not here now. So there's really a need to step into masculine energy this month and leave behind this idea that prosperity is always going to flow to you when you're being relaxed. Okay? For some of you, it literally is like expecting your mother to do things for you. Okay? Expecting life to be easy for you. And it can be very subconscious. You know, it's not something, it's just like your mother's probably very present in your life and she's very nurturing and allows you to take your time, tempers the everyday stresses of reality, but that can't be that way forever. Okay? Eventually, we have to go forward and do for ourselves. And that's really what is being called to you this month. You really need to step up and show up for the future that you say you've been wanting. Okay? You no longer can just pretend. And not even that you've been pretending, but you can no longer do it halfway. It has to be done fully and by you. Okay? The door that's now open that was once closed. We have the Star with the rune Future and the Eight of Wands. So especially if what you've been wanting to do involves the internet or involves communicating with people. Overall, this is change, though, for me. Like a lot of times, the Eight of Wands is about speed and communication. However, with the Star and Future here, there's a huge element that literally everything that you've ever wanted is the door is opening, and like if you don't have your seatbelt strapped on and you didn't bring your handy pack of all the tools to survive this, you're gonna have your world rocked. That's the feeling that I'm getting here. I feel like you're gonna get your world rocked because this is a dream that you've been wanting for a really long time. And you always said later, like it'll come one day. One day it'll be here. One day it'll be here. One day it'll be here. Well, it's here. Surprise! It's here, Pisces. Okay, the future is now. You have to seize it. It's all happening. It's like you're getting messages from the future, and you're getting. This feels like literally getting strapped into a rocket ship. And Three of Crystals. It's something that you're still learning to do. It's something that you're going to have to build upon. It's like, let's say you applied for a new job or you had to go through training, or you applied or started something where you're like slowly building it up. And that's fine. And it's not that what you have done, because then we have the Three of Swords. It's not that what you have done so far isn't good work and it didn't build a foundation. But that's the thing. It was just a foundation. Okay, with the Three of Swords here, you will be disappointed if you don't look at this as the beginning point. It's going to feel like all of it has arrived. But you're just getting a taste. You're just getting a taste, okay? You're going to see it all. You're going to see your entire future. You're going to see all your dreams. You're going to be like, wow, like, this is it. And you're going to start to feel like, you know, it's all going to happen really fast. And that's why you need to be in the now. You need to ground yourself. Because you're still learning and you're still building and you're still growing. And if you don't have your seatbelt strapped in, you will get thrown off the ride. Straight up. That's how I'm feeling. Okay, because this is again, the Star is a rejuvenation point before you complete the journey of the major arcana. And the Three of Wands is just when you step into your full potential of the vision that you have created for yourself. Before you go Six of Wands, the victory, right? The Eight of Wands, flying forward into the future. Like, this is just a beginning point of a whole new life you've always envisioned for yourself. And anything that you had told yourself previously, like, well, one day, know that that day is today. Whatever day you're watching this, that day is today. And I hate to preach on you, Pisces, but your sometimes aloof attitude, it's very admirable as a Virgo. However, I assure you, this is the day that you need to get grounded and you need to get clear and you need to get present. Okay? Your current energy as it relates to this energy for this month. In your head, we have the Six of Swords. In your heart, the Four of Wands. And in your foundation, we have both the Four of Swords and Justice with the rune Love. So, for some of you with the rune Love in this combination in the beginning, or in the foundation, excuse me, I feel like love is on hold right now. And it's not because something bad happened or anything. It's just love is on hold. Four of Swords here. You're taking a rest from making love a focus, making romance a focus. Because with this Justice here, because I said the Emperor before, you have to do something for an authority, right? Something bigger. Justice here can be the law and any manifestation of the law, whether it be the police, like whether you got into the police academy or you're doing something legal, getting a new degree, getting a new certificate of sorts, okay? But there's a need to, again, withdraw your energy and recollect your mind to refocus what you love, okay? So beyond romance, there's a need to withdraw your energy from it being all scattered and refocus it into what you love so that you can make a clear decision and you can go forward with a proper disposition on what is important to you. Because the justice always is going to rectify. Okay? So you want to be on the right side of justice. You know what I'm saying? You want to be on the side that's aligned with you and that is true for you. But if you don't come down to earth, you know, you can't complain on what side. Like, you have to weigh in on this decision. Okay? You have to weigh in on this. Because the Four of Swords has two people in the stained glass window looking down on the person that is withdrawn. So if you have to withdraw from the people you love to go handle some business, to go handle, I'm really feeling like it's business. Whether it be, you know, any type of business or something that you need to take care of. And you're having to withdraw from the people you love to do something else that will in turn, you know, advance you and them because they love you. Now with the Four of Wands here in your heart, you need to come home to yourself, Pisces. Again, this is a calling back of your energy. When you come home to yourself, when you feel confident in yourself, all is well. So there's this feeling here of like your support system isn't going to be directly physically around you anymore, and it's not because of anything bad. It's just because of something that needs to be taken care of. So you need to rely on the love connection that you have already built. This feels like something that you have been in the making for a while. Okay, because you're not going to be able to actively fuel your relationships this month. Okay? You're going to have to trust them. And you're going to have to believe that you're going to have your heart in the right place. And when I say the right place, I mean the place that needs the most of your energy right now. With the Six of Swords in your head, I see this as you shifting away from the mentality that we were speaking about in the beginning, that Seven of Swords mentality. Okay, so you're going away from having a very emotionally responsive mentality where you're always like responding through your emotions and how you feel to really being clear-headed. For some of you, you may be moving or again, leaving for 6 months to handle something legal or again, school-related. I'm really feeling like this is institutional. I know I mentioned jail before. I really hope that no one's going to jail. This could also be the army. Okay? But this is a very necessary transition. This is extremely necessary. It's like due process. Whatever that means to you. This feels legal. This definitely feels like there's an institution involved. Okay? Like there's something bigger than you. It's somehow out of your control, yet you want it to happen. Okay? So with the Six of Swords here, you may not be happy about having to leave your family or your loved ones behind, or even like metaphorically behind as you focus on yourself. But this is a necessary transition. You may just be withdrawing from your personal life, meaning like you're not going out and partying anymore. You're not having a lot of fun or going on dates. You're putting that all to rest because you really need to get your ducks in a row. Okay? But know that, you know, you are secure. The love that you have established is very much secure, and you need to return to that within yourself to remind yourself that what you're doing this for is something bigger than what would be happening if you withdrew from the scenario that you're in and refueled those relationships. I hope that makes sense. Spirit's advice for you is the Queen of Swords with the rune Healing and the King of Cups. Now, for those of you that are men watching this, Pisces men, I see this as the Queen of Cups, or excuse me, the Queen of Swords is not necessarily an air sign, but it's a woman in your life that's a straight shooter. Okay, a straight shooter. Like every time you get real fanciful and kind of crazy, this could be for Pisces women as well. But I feel for Pisces men watching this, this is like your spouse or your partner. For women watching this would be like another friend. There's a woman in your life that's a straight shooter that sometimes takes the air out of your tires, if you will. Like makes you feel like she's just a buzzkill and killing all the fun and like being a nag. But like she is trying to really ground you And she's just being logical and practical in ways that you fail to do so. And it's not a bad thing that you fail to do that. It's just that, you know, that's not your natural stance. Okay? So if this is a romantic relationship, during your time apart while you handle all this business, because I feel like this is like, again, you're seizing your future and you're locking something in that is going to take you really far into the distance. Know that your any discord in your relationship will be healing. Now, aside from that, if these are both aspects of yourself, Pisces, it's essential that during this time, you really start to allow a logical, rational way of thinking take precedence over your inclination to think with your heart. And again, there's nothing wrong with the way that you are, but again, she's focused on the future. As you move forward, you need to heal your relationship with logic. You need to heal your relationship with kind of being realistic. Like there's almost this like pain that you feel when you're realistic, like when you're really grounded and practical. But it's time to heal that because, yeah, we have the moon. It's like you don't want to sever that tie. Yeah, 5 of Cups. It's like you don't want to sever the tie with your love for delusion a little bit. Like you don't want to burst your proverbial bubble, but you have to. Okay? And I feel like this is a 6-month cycle that's getting set up for you right now. So know that in time it will all make sense. Why you need to be more rational and why you need to be more cold a little bit, if you will. This decision may make, like, you choosing yourself and having to put other people and your family and the other things that you love aside from this on hold, maybe making you feel very cold. And just know that they don't feel that way. It's just you, and it's okay. Most likely outcome is the Page of Wands with the rune Luck and the 5 of Wands. So if this is a new job that you're going for or a new creative opportunity or something that, again, that you've been trying to foster and bring to life, though luck was on your side to deliver you this opportunity, again, you have not hit the finish line. You haven't even done the first lap. Okay, so you're going to have to fight a little bit, not fight, but you're going to have to compete for your spot. You're going to have to compete to be in this finish line, this winner's circle. Okay? Again, this feels like a 6-month plus situation. Okay? So yes, you got lucky with, and in these new ideas that you're getting will bring you success and they will bring you satisfaction. However, you're going to have to put up your dukes, if you will. You're going to have to really throw your hat in the ring and throw down to show people that this is what you're made of and that you're serious about this. Because there's a tone here of like you having to prove yourself, 7 of Crystals, and you're going to have to prove yourself before things manifest. If you're waiting, yeah, 8 of Cups. If you're waiting for you to see a lot of success from your effort prior to putting in the effort, like to putting in more effort, you got it messed up, okay? Just because you had an inception, right? Just because you perceive the idea and the idea came to you doesn't mean that you don't have to like I don't know. I just feel like it's a battle. Like, honestly, I really feel like you're having to put out your worth. Like, if you have a job where you field contracts or you bid on contracts or you're in a field that's kind of competitive, like, yes, the idea you got is unique and you are lucky to have, gotten that idea. But just having that idea is not enough. Like, you need to go forward and really show people why you have what it takes and why they should be working with you. Again, you may get your future may exist on the internet. You may need to put your business out on the internet. Yeah, but for others of you, when the internet doesn't resonate, there's a need to really, again, strap on your helmet, put on your seatbelt, because the future is happening now. And if you're not showing up, you're going to get left in the dust. That's straight up how I'm feeling. I am pain-free and totally in sync with life. I return my body to optimum health by giving it what it needs on every level. So with that being said, it's important, again, to withdraw your energy from things that are not pressing at the moment, because there's something big that's unfolding for you right now. So you need to take the steps that are required to keep yourself in optimum, I want to say, fighting shape, you know? All right, Pisces, I love you all so much, and I'll be back with you again soon. Peace.